Okay, this starts the review for Part 5 for Mastery Test 1A that you're going to be taking. These problems involve adding and subtracting fractions and multiplying fractions. Okay, so the first thing it says here is that we're going to cross out the problems we cannot work the way they are written, and we're going to work the problems you can work the way they are written. So when I look at A, I see that it's subtraction. So what I know about subtraction problems and addition problems with fractions is that they have to have common denominators. Okay? So if I look at A, I have 4 minus 3/5. Remember, the 4 is really 4 over 1. Okay, so my one denominator is a 1, the other one is a 5. They're not the same, so I can't work this one. So I'm going to cross that one out. I can't do it. Okay, now I look at B. I have 9/12 minus 7/12. Again, it's subtraction. And what do I know about subtraction? I know that I have to have common denominators in order to do them. So 9/12 minus 7/12. Okay, 9 minus 7 is 2. And also when I add or subtract fractions, the denominators have to be the same, and they will stay the same. Okay, in your answer. So it's 2/12. 9/12 minus 7/12 is 2/12. Okay? If you want, you can pause this and go ahead and finish the rest of the problems on this page. But we are going to go ahead and look at the next page for the review for Part 5. All right, and now we have problems that involve multiplication. Now remember, multiplication is the easiest one because it doesn't matter if you have a common denominator or not. You just go ahead and multiply across the top, and you multiply across the bottom. So for A, 2/5 times 7/3, when I multiply across the top, I'm going to do 2 times 7, okay, which is 14. And then when I multiply across the bottom, 5 times 3, okay, that is 15. Okay, so 14/15ths. So B and C, again, you need to go ahead and finish those as well. Okay, so if you'd like to pause the video and go ahead and do those before we go on to the next page of Part 5, you can do that. Okay, on the next page of Part 5 here, we have a mixture of multiplication and addition and subtraction problems with fractions. Okay, so again, we're going to cross out the ones you cannot work the way they are written, and you're going to work the problems you can work the way they are written. Now, one thing to remember, if it's multiplication, you can do it. Okay, so A, 2/3 times 1/5. I look at that problem, it's multiplication, I can go ahead and do it. 2 times 1 across the top is 2. 3 times 5 across the bottom is 15. I look at letter B, problem B. It's 2/3 plus 1/5. Okay, now, again, addition, subtraction, they have to have common denominators. Okay, 3 and 5 are the denominators. They're not the same. It's addition. I can't do this one. I cross it out. So go ahead and if you need to, pause the video, do the rest of the problems on this page. Okay, and then we will go ahead and look at some problems on the next page of the Part 5 review. Okay, so on the next page here at the Part 5 review, let's talk about multiplying a whole number and a fraction. Okay, so remember, when we multiply a whole number times a fraction, you just have to take the whole number times the numerator of the fraction. So if you look at the example up here, they're showing you that 7 is really 7 over 1 times 3/5, so you get 21/5. Well, because that bottom number is a 1, you know that 1 times 5 is going to be 5, so you can just do the 7 times 3 to get the 21. Okay, so now let's look at A. I've got 2/5 times 7. Again, I just have to take the numerator times the whole number. So 2 times 7 is 14. And again, 7 is really 7 over 1. 5 times 1 is just 5. Okay, next one. Same thing, 5 times 3/8. I just need to take the 5. Remember, that's really 5 over 1. So I take 5 times 3, get the 15. Because it's 5 over 1, 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, so that's how you multiply a whole number times a fraction. Keep in mind, some of the other ones are multiplying two fractions. You would do those the same way that we did the other ones. Okay, so go ahead and finish these up. Again, make sure you get them checked off and that they're all correct here before moving on and reviewing another part.